You deserve to lose. I don't feel sorry for you at all, because when I had nothing, I'd do anything it took. If you told me I had to only type on a keyboard, I would have typed on that keyboard non-stop for 72 hours, let alone 8 strokes. Most people who are losing deserve to lose. Everything's fucked. So you're sitting there going, well, I have to predict the future. What allows me to compete and predict the future, because everything's so chaotic? The only thing I can predict is that I'm going to work harder than everyone else. I'm going to get up earlier than everyone else. I'm going to pay more attention than everybody else. I'm going to research harder than everyone else. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. I'm going to dedicate myself. I'm going to find some money. That's what I'm going to do. So that's right now, it's almost like go 100% in on yourself season, because you can't even, and I'll apply this to what I do, maybe it applies to you also. Going all in on Bitcoin might backfire. Going all in on property might backfire. But going all in on yourself will never backfire. My mentality currently is I just need to make sure I'm my absolute best self all of the time, and I am permanently motivated to do whatever it takes to win, and I'm the most adaptable. Darwin said it's the most adaptable of the species that survives. It's not the biggest, it's not the strongest, it's the one that identifies that the forest is disappearing quickest and grows some fins and jumps in the ocean. So it's adaptability season now. Here's the thing that's interesting. I, as a man with enough money to never work again for the rest of his life, am spending my days consciously searching and actively planning and trying to identify trends and new ways to make money and new patterns to make sure that I'm not caught last when things do finally shift or change. But a brokey with no money at all doesn't bother. You're going to be last and you're going to get crushed.
So you have a personality defect that you need to actually analyze and identify and cure. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you where you cannot type on a keyboard to achieve all of your dreams? What is wrong with you where you cannot go to the gym and lift enough weights to be self-confident enough to get any woman that you desire? What is wrong with you? Do you want to lose? Are you so desperate to perma-fail? There's some kind of personality fault with you people. There's it's not a lack of motivation. No, it's you who have a personality fault. There's something wrong with you that is preventing you from being the man that you could be. And this is the beauty of life as a man. There's nothing better than blaming yourself for absolutely everything that's ever happened to you, waking up and realizing it was all your fault and you're the only one who can fix it. This is so applicable to nearly any problem in your life. 99.9% of girl problems are your fault. It's not women are crazy because she doesn't respect you enough because you haven't done anything which is important or difficult enough to garner her respect. All of the women problems are your own fault, and you should blame yourself completely. The point of brotherhood is to keep you self-accountable. We're talking about absolute monarchy's mentality. The point of brotherhood is for all of the men around you to help you blame yourself for everything that happens to you. The point of brotherhood is for you to go to somebody who you respect, whose voice means something to you, and when you try and cry and complain, they say it's on you to fix. Sure, yeah, that sounds like a problem. You better fix it. You better sort it out. The absolute point of brotherhood is the accountability. And the accountability, the bottom line, the buck stops with you in all things. That's the beauty of it. That is your problem, 100% your problem, and you must take responsibility and accountability for that exact thing. Life as a man is so brutally simple. You wake up and you blame yourself for everything, and you look in the mirror and you say, all of this shit is my fault, all of it.
So how do I fix it?
So how do I get it fixed? Nobody's gonna come fix it for you. Nobody gives a shit about you. You have to give a shit about yourself. It is down to you and you alone, because nobody else is waking up each day thinking of how they can get you to have more money and you to have a nicer life. They're too busy worried about themselves. Guys, you have to try. Absolutely everything is on your back. Absolutely everything is your fault. But we get a lot of questions asked to us, and even here in Dubai we have people running up to us asking for advice, and the advice is for you to care about your own life, care about the people around you, and realize that you have absolutely no capability as a man, that nobody's going to ever love you, and your love means nothing. There's no point in you loving anybody if you cannot help them. There's no point in you loving anybody if you cannot take care of them when they need you. Your love means nothing if you're useless, and you're not going to have much love in your life if you're useless. So it's very important as a man you blame yourself for absolutely everything and you get it done.
Well, this is the thing. If you're a man and you've watched this entire podcast and you do not take action, you do not finish this podcast and decide to do something to make your life better than what it currently is, your love doesn't mean anything for your kids. This is what's so amazing to me about broke people. As a man, your love only has value if you have capability. When a capable man says, I love you, that matters. When a loser man or a weak man or a lazy man says, I love you, it means nothing because he can't do anything with the love. Your love is empty. Women know this intrinsically. This is why when a loser says to a girl, I love you so much, she's like, I don't care, because she knows you can't help her. You can't improve her life. You can't protect her. When a winner says, I love you, she feels it.
Yeah.
Women know this intrinsically. So it's amazing to me that men will sit here. They'll ignore all the advice we've given. And then you want to sit there and say, oh, but I love my kids. No, you don't. If you're a brokey, you don't even fucking love anybody. You don't even love yourself.
Yeah.
That's the level it's reached now at this point where the world's so fucked. When I see a person at 40 years of age with no money and no drive, and he goes, oh, I really want to make it out. I was like, you don't give a shit about your family. You don't give a shit about your last name. You don't give a shit about yourself. You don't give a shit about anybody. I'm like, what do you mean you're not trying? Oh yeah, I don't like you because I'm a trier. We have different life philosophies. We look at the world completely differently. I can't get along with you. We can't correlate. I'm a trier. You're refusing to try. I can't even sit here. We don't speak the same language. You're speaking Uzbek to me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't like those people because those people, every time I've ever tried to give them a chance, has done nothing but drag me down. I can't drag them up, but they can drag me down. Right. Somehow. I can't get them anywhere, but they manage to anchor me. So I don't like those people.
Yeah.
So if you're a full-grown man and you're watching this and you do not have the capability to take your entire family and move to Tokyo tomorrow for whatever reason, if you don't have that kind of finance or capability, you take a long, hard look in the mirror and say, what the fuck does my love even mean? What kind of man, what kind of head of the family even am I? I can say I love my wife all day long. I can say I love my kids all day long. What does that even mean if I'm not going to finish work and take an extra hour out of my day to try something new? Your love means nothing if you don't try.
Damn, bro, that hit deep, man.
But it's true.
Brother's job is to force you to be self-accountable. That's what I just said earlier. It's absolutely true. The best thing a brother can do for you or somebody who cares about you, the best thing they can do is to force you to be absolutely self-accountable. Let me give you all a self-accountability test before we leave. It is now April, meaning 2025 is over 30% complete. It's over 30% done. You remember New Year's Eve like yesterday. We all remember what we did on New Year's Eve. And you remember thinking, this is going to be my year. I'm going to get so much done. And if you're honest with yourself, you're sitting in the same room. You have the same girl, the same car, living the same life. You're about to waste another entire year. Ask yourself this question. If you do not blame yourself instantly for the fact that you are not yet rich, you said 2025 was going to be your year, it's 30% done, you've made no steps in the right direction, you are no closer than you've ever been. If you are not going to completely blame yourself for this lack of action and this lack of monumental success, then who else are you going to blame and what else is going to get done? The second you blame yourself, the second you decide it is 100% your fault and your responsibility to change and fix everything, is the second things will start to get better.